In 2015, Lamar Jackson was ranked the 17th best dual-threat quarterback in his class. Let that sink in. One of the most electrifying players in the NFL wasn't even considered a top 15 QB in his high school class. Scouts questioned his accuracy, his fit in a traditional offense, and whether his playing style would translate to the next level. Well, we all know how that turned out. Fast forward to today, and Lamar is a two-time MVP, a human highlight reel, and one of the most feared quarterbacks in the league. But what about the 16 guys ranked ahead of him? What happened to the players who were supposed to be better than Lamar? Let's find out. First, we have none other than Kyler Murray. Kyler was a high school legend. He went 42-0 as a starter at Allen High School in Texas, won 3 state titles, and was considered a can't-miss prospect. And to his credit, he's mostly lived up to the hype. After a brief stop at Texas A&M, Kyler transferred to Oklahoma, where he won the Heisman Trophy in 2018 with over 4,300 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards. He was drafted first overall by the Arizona Cardinals in 2019 and immediately became a star. His dual-threat abilities have earned him 2 Pro Bowl selections, but his career has been a mixed bag. Injuries, questions about his leadership, and inconsistent play have held him back. As of now, Kyler's future in Arizona is uncertain, but there's no denying his talent when he's healthy. Next on the list, we have Mr. Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham's career has been fine. Jarrett Stidham began his career at Baylor, where he was supposed to be the next big thing. However, Baylor's off-field scandals prompted him to transfer to Auburn. At Auburn, Stidham had his best season in 2017, throwing for over 3,100 yards and 18 touchdowns while leading the Tigers to an SEC West title and a win over number 1 Georgia. Stidham declared for the NFL Draft in 2019 and was selected in the 4th round by the New England Patriots. While he's had brief moments of success, including a solid performance in 2022 with the Raiders, Stidham has largely been a career backup. He's currently with the Denver Broncos, still waiting for an opportunity to prove he's more than a bench warmer. The 3rd-ranked player in the class of 2015 was DeAndre Francois. Remember DeAndre Francois? Francois from Orlando, Florida attended IMG Academy. Francois' freshman year at Florida State was nothing short of exciting. He threw for 3,300 yards and 20 touchdowns in 2016, leading the Seminoles to a 10-3 record and an Orange Bowl win. His poise and toughness as a young quarterback drew comparisons to FSU legend Jameis Winston. But Francois' career took a nosedive after that. He suffered a devastating knee injury in the 2017 opener and missed the entire season. Off-field issues, including an arrest and accusations of domestic violence, ultimately led to his dismissal from Florida State. He transferred to Hampton University, where he put up decent numbers but failed to reignite his NFL hopes. These days, Francois plays in semi-professional leagues, far from the spotlight he once commanded. The 4th-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Brandon Wimbush. Wimbush was an electric quarterback at Notre Dame. In 2017, he led the Irish to a 10-3 record, throwing for 1,800 yards and 16 touchdowns, while rushing for over 800 yards and 14 touchdowns. His ability to extend plays with his legs made him a dynamic threat in Brian Kelly's offense. However, Wimbush's accuracy was a persistent issue, and he eventually lost his starting job to Ian Book. He transferred to UCF for his final season but struggled to make an impact. Wimbush went undrafted in 2020 and transitioned out of football. He's since moved into the tech industry, working on a startup focused on helping athletes transition to life after sports. The 5th-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Dwayne Lawson. Lawson was a 6'4", 200-pound quarterback with a cannon for an arm and tantalizing athleticism. He signed with Virginia Tech, but his time there was short-lived. Lawson couldn't crack the starting lineup and transferred to Garden City Community College. From there, his football career unraveled. Lawson never found consistency or stability, and after bouncing around, he quietly exited the sport. His story is one of unfulfilled potential, a case of talent that never materialized. The sixth-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Sharon Jones. Sharon Jones's career was defined by transfers. He began at Tennessee but quickly left for Colorado and later New Mexico. At each stop, Jones struggled to find playing time, often taking a back seat while more polished quarterbacks took the reins. His stats at New Mexico were modest. He threw for 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions in his final season, but they weren't enough to earn him NFL consideration. Jones's football journey ended after college. The seventh-ranked player in the class of 2015 was DeAndre Johnson. DeAndre Johnson from First Coast High School in Florida might be best remembered for his appearance on Last Chance U. After enrolling at Florida State, he was dismissed from the team following an off-field incident caught on video. He transferred to East Mississippi Community College of Last Chance U fame and later Florida Atlantic, where he showed flashes of his dual-threat ability but never put up big numbers. Johnson has since played in semi-pro leagues trying to stay connected to the game, but his NFL dreams are over. The eighth-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Travis Johnson. Travis Johnson was a product of Servette High School in California. Johnson was a versatile athlete who began his career at Oregon before transferring to Montana State. At Montana State, he switched to wide receiver, where he had modest success, catching 55 passes for 580 yards in his final season. While Johnson's athleticism was clear, he never gained NFL attention and transitioned out of football after college. The ninth-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Joe Cool himself, Joe Burrow. Burrow's journey from Athens High School in Ohio to the NFL is nothing short of inspiring. After being buried on the depth chart at Ohio State, he transferred to LSU and became one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. In 2019, Burrow threw for 5,600 yards and 60 touchdowns, leading LSU to an undefeated season and a national championship. He won the Heisman Trophy in a landslide. Drafted first overall by the Bengals in 2020, Burrow has rapidly established himself as one of the NFL's premier quarterbacks. Over his 5-season career, Burrow has accumulated impressive statistics, including 19,000 passing yards, 140 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 101.2. He led Cincinnati to a Super Bowl appearance in 2021, and in the 2024 season, Burrow led the league with 4,900 passing yards and 43 touchdowns, demonstrating his exceptional talent and leadership on the field. He's widely regarded as one of the best players in the league. His combination of poise, accuracy, and leadership make him the crown jewel of the class. The 10th-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Kelly Bryant. Bryant was a key figure at Clemson during the transitional period following Deshaun Watson's departure. As Watson's successor, Bryant stepped into the spotlight in 2017, leading the Tigers to a 12-2 record, an ACC championship, and a berth in the college football playoff. Bryant's stats that season were solid. He threw for 2,800 yards and 13 touchdowns while completing 65.8% of his passes. His rushing ability added another dimension to Clemson's offense, as he contributed over 660 yards and 11 touchdowns on the ground. However, Bryant's time as the starter was cut short during the 2018 season when he lost his job to then freshman Trevor Lawrence. After starting the first 4 games, Bryant opted to transfer to Mizzou. At Missouri, Bryant had a decent but unspectacular season in 2019. He threw for 2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, while rushing for 240 yards and a touchdown. Despite his dual-threat abilities, Bryant's production didn't live up to his high school or Clemson pedigree, which hurt his NFL draft stock. Bryant went undrafted in 2020 and has since had stints in smaller leagues like the CFL and XFL, but hasn't gotten any traction in the NFL. The 11th-ranked player in the class of 2015 was Jason Pellerin. Jason Pellerin from Catholic High School in Louisiana started his career at Ole Miss as a quarterback but transitioned to tight end. He was primarily a special teams role player throughout his entire career, although he did record 1 touchdown in his senior year as a tight end. Despite his size and athleticism, Pellerin never became a key contributor and spent most of his career riding the bench. He's now out of football. The 12th ranked player in the class of 2015 was Austin Kafensis. The standout high school quarterback from Sandy, Utah set multiple state records at Jordan High School, including career totals of 13,000 passing yards and almost 7,000 rushing yards. He began his collegiate journey at the University of Wisconsin in 2015, but transferred to the University of Nevada after spring practice. Following a redshirt year at Nevada, Kafensis moved to Arizona Western Junior College before joining BYU in 2017. At BYU, he transitioned from quarterback to various positions, including running back and safety, contributing primarily on special teams and defense until his graduation. He left football entirely after college. The 13th ranked player in the class of 2015 was Chasen Virgil. Chasen Virgil, a talented quarterback from Mesquite, Texas, began his collegiate football career at Fresno State in 2015. After redshirting due to injury, he started 10 games in 2016, throwing for 2,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. In 2018, Virgil transferred to Southeastern Louisiana University, where he led the Southland Conference with 3,000 passing yards and 17 touchdowns in his first season. He continued to excel in 2019, completing 311 of 475 passes for over 3,700 yards and 25 touchdowns, ranking 9th in the FCS for passing yards. Throughout his college career, Virgil demonstrated resilience and adaptability, making significant contributions to both programs. Between Fresno State and Southeastern Louisiana, he threw for over 9,500 yards and 60 touchdowns. Despite his strong numbers, Virgil didn't attract NFL attention and moved on from football after college. The 14th ranked player in the class of 2015 was Bryce Perkins. Bryce Perkins from Chandler High School in Arizona is one of the few players on this list who exceeded expectations. He started his college career at Arizona State, but a tough neck injury sidelined him and forced him to transfer to Arizona Western College. Then he bounced back, showing everyone he was still a force to be reckoned with. But it was at Virginia where Bryce really left his mark. In 2018, he lit it up with 3,600 total yards, setting a school record, and followed that up in 2019 with over 4,300 total yards and 33 touchdowns, leading the Cavaliers to an ACC championship game and an Orange Bowl appearance. His ability to make plays with both his arm and his legs made him one of the most exciting players in college football. Even though he went undrafted in 2020, he kept grinding, earning a spot with the Los Angeles Rams and even throwing a touchdown in the NFL. Now he's continuing his journey with the Michigan Panthers in the UFL, proving that hard work and a never-quit attitude can take you far. The 15th ranked player in the class of 2015 was Steven Montez. Montez, a 6'5" quarterback from El Paso, Texas, had a productive college career at Colorado, where he started from 2017 to 2019 and compiled a 17-22 record. Despite the team's struggles, Montez threw for 9,700 yards, 63 touchdowns, and 33 interceptions, while adding 960 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns, finishing near the top of Colorado's all-time passing leaderboards. Known for his strong arm and big play potential, Montez's inconsistency and decision-making issues hurt his NFL prospects, leading him to go undrafted in 2020. He signed with Washington as a free agent, but has primarily ridden the bench and been a practice squad guy, appearing in only one NFL game and struggling to secure a consistent role in the league. While his professional future remains uncertain, Montez is remembered as one of the most productive quarterbacks in Colorado history. The 16th ranked player in the class of 2015 was Kevin Dillman. Kevin Dillman was a promising athlete coming out of high school, but his career never took off. Throughout his career at North Texas, he switched positions multiple times, including stints at tight end and linebacker, but failed to find success at any of them. Dillman spent most of his college career from the sidelines and quietly faded from football after college. Of the 16 quarterbacks ranked above Lamar Jackson, only a handful, like Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow, have had meaningful success. Many struggled to even see the field, let alone make it to the NFL. Meanwhile, Lamar's rise from an overlooked recruit to an NFL MVP reminds us that rankings can never measure resilience, heart, or the drive to succeed. Which player's career surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football breakdowns. We're just starting to ramp up our content again, so don't forget to like and subscribe for more football videos. We'll be posting 2 to 3 videos a week moving forward. Let us know what videos you want to see next. This is Gridiron Dungeon, and we'll see you in the next one.